All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shemel Shabbat Shema Kakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom to all the Akim out there pushing word of sincerity and in truth. It's the brother Balls off Great Millstone, Atlanta. I just have a lesson, dealing with the herbs. It's very, very important to, deal with, the herbs in medicine, natural medicine, especially, brothers that's, heavily sickly. If you're a brother that actually has, ailments such as high blood pressure, diabetes, heart issues, any type of problems, or ailments, migraines, dealing with your body, it can be cured. You know, these things are commonly diseases and sicknesses usually develop in your body through too much protein, high protein diet, too much starch, junk food, potato chips, all these snacks and all this processed garbage that when it's put in your system, it works against your system instead of working for your system. So it's breaking down certain good bacteria in your body. It actually prevents your digestive system and things of that nature, which in turn backs your system up on a whole. And then you start to feel the negative side effects of eating those bad foods. A lot of foods that you eat are byproducts, certain ground products and things of that nature. It's not truly, it doesn't have any type of true nutritional value. And the best way of preventing those things and actually reversing those things is to deal with herbs of the field. And I have this quote from Hippocrates where he says all diseases begin in the gut, and that's definitely true. You have something known as the brain gut connection, and your gut is basically like your second brain. However clean your gut is, it determines how clean your spirit is. Because your spirit resides, of course, in your brain, but really everything is connected in your body. That's why you have a that's why it's known as a body on a whole. It's a bodig. It's the house. You have your circulatory system. You have your central nervous system. You have your skeletal, so on and so forth, digestive, lymphatic. All these different parts of your system and your body on a whole, and you can't overlook one rather than another. And the best way to actually keep these parts of your body active and constantly cycling properly, so to speak, is eating herbs, eating foods that prevent diseases and actually clear your system of inflammation, of mucus, of diseases, parasites, things of that nature. That's why you have individuals that do detoxes. D is take away. The prefix D is to take away, and tox is toxins, because demons reside in your spirit through toxins and poison. When toxins back up, that's when a lot of those things actually promote stress, and stress leads to depression. So when you're trying to better your spirit and actually increase on another level, you have to eliminate things physically out of your diet, and things on a whole. Your lifestyle has to change in order to actually become a better individual. But I'm gonna continue on this quote. It says, "It is common to overlook the health of our gastrointestinal system, even though it contains 10 times more health determining bacteria than the rest of the body." Right. And you have that's why people take prebiotics and probiotics, different things that's good for the bacteria. You have good bacteria and you have bad bacteria, and is you can take certain things that actually help the good bacteria overturn and develop in your body and fight off and resist the bad bacteria. Because a lot of times that you're sleepy, you're tired, you don't want to get out of bed, a lot of times your body is filled with all kind of bad bacteria, and you really need to mobilize yourself. That's why exercising is a major importance too. Not only eating healthy, having a green-based diet, taking your herbs daily, you also want to introduce exercising in your regiment, because all these things combined is going to make it where diseases is going to be hard for diseases to lodge in your body. You know, you're constantly cleansing your system, and just like anything that sits for a long process of time, like when if you eat food and you sleeping, or you're eating and you're laying around, that food in your body starts to develop toxins within your gut, and you're not exercising, you're not eating things properly to actually promote the digestion, so it's just staying and it's lodging, especially red meat. Certain meats, it takes a long time because they're highly acidic, and you want to eat certain alkaline based foods, certain things that's actually going to promote bowel movements, certain things high in fiber, and things of that nature, so that your body is working in tandem and working properly. So it says protecting us from infection, supporting our metabolism, and promoting healthy digestion and elimination. Right. And if things are being properly digested and eliminated out of your body, then diseases can't lodge. All right. On top of, like I said, you taking different herbs, because you want your body to work properly, but you still want to take certain herbs, especially brothers, like I said, that's pretty sickly. You have bad blood circulation. You might have all kind of diseases, and brothers, are familiar what goes on with their body. You see, if you're a brother that has a problem studying, you have a problem, sitting down. A lot of those are spirits, man. You have anxiety, you have attention deficit disorder. All of these things really, it's a connection to something around you that's actually making it where it's hard for you to retain information, or it's hard for you to actually mobilize, or it's hard for your body to actually have proper circulation. And you got to take foods, you got to take the right foods, and to take the right vitamins, nutrients, and minerals, remineralize your system, and purge and cleanse yourself on a whole, to repair yourself, because this is your first vehicle. This is your first house, which is your body. Just like you have a household, and your house always needs certain repairs. If something breaks, it got to be maintained. Your car constantly breaks down. It has to have tune-ups. It has to have oil changes and things of that nature. And then your check engine light will go off when your actual car is in need of certain maintenance. It's the same thing with your body. Your body actually has a so-called check engine light. Check your gut. And you could check these things through what? Urination, how you actually use the bathroom, your stools. All these things are indicators of your body's health. And it's all about studying yourself and knowing yourself, so that you could prevent and actually reverse all diseases, because all diseases can be reversed, but it takes discipline. It takes discipline. It takes actually staying on these herbs daily, not once a week or once a month here and there, but constantly. And this is just a list of different foods. You have on this first part, it has garlic, leeks, onions, and most people don't know about foods such as leeks and things of that nature, because Jake is mainly accustomed to eating burgers and fries, fried chicken, potato chips, and things of that nature. And we all are born in this system, this fast food lifestyle, and that's why we have to re-engineer our minds. We have to redo and reconnect to spiritual things. And a lot of times, you'll say, oh, well, I don't have the finances. Eating healthy is cheap, man. Eating greens and things of that nature. When you're actually purchasing a bag of spinach and a bag of kale, mixed vegetables and fruits and things of that nature, those things are fairly cheap. It's not expensive, and you get it. When you get it, it actually makes you full. When you actually are in a grocery store and you purchasing big jugs of milk, and you purchasing the cheeses, you purchasing the the chicken, the meat items, that's really what's the most expensive. So there's no excuse. We all have ability to actually take these things, but it's all about what you desire to take, and it's all about if you want to prevent diseases and sicknesses from developing, if you want to overcome, if you want to cleanse demons out of your system, And continuing on, it has kale and other things. On the list it has apples and so all these things to re-establish certain vitamins and minerals, because all these foods have proper vitamins, magnesium, manganese, all these things that your body actually need, because your body is constantly burning fuel and burning energy. And while it's burning these things, it's actually you know, releasing minerals out of your body. Just like when you sweat, you have to re-intake salt, sodium and things of that nature, to actually restore, because these things are in your storage unit, which is your body. And when you're actually sweating and you're exerting, the best thing is intake. That's why people, when they exercise, the main way they build muscle is not in the gym, but it's outside of the gym. When you're in the gym, you're breaking down your body. And when you leave, that's when you're rebuilding it up. And what you're eating and what your intake, that all determines how strong you'll be, how efficient you'll be, how prepared you'll be, things of that nature. So, it has a lot more on the list, certain probiotics and certain grains, all these things on the list. And like I said, this is a thing where, you have to get into it. You really have to get into it and make this a lifestyle change, because some brothers, they know that they're very sick. This is just another list, of course, but they know that they're very sick, but they don't take that leap of faith, and they don't discipline themselves to see if they can actually overcome the sickness that's in them. They just, we in Babylon, we sickly. Man, it's hella herbs. It's literally thousands of herbs. And a lot of these things you haven't even tried or attempted to take, like licorice, cat's claw, you have catnip. A lot of these things I haven't even personally taken, but it's these things are for certain diseases on a whole. But it's important to take these things. You have oregano, which oregano is very good for you. You could have oregano oil, which that's great for your immune system. It's an antimicrobial, antibiotic. It's anti-parasitic, so on and so forth. And a lot of these things you don't even actually have to physically take. You could take baths. You could burn certain things, essential oils, put on your body through bathing, through inhalation, such as steamers and things of that nature. But it's always it ain't nothing to it but to do it, and you have to do it because it's important. And I have a couple precepts, and I'll close. This is Proverbs 15:17. Better is a dinner of herbs where love is than a stalled ox and hatred thereof. So it's better to have a dinner prepared with herbs. It said than a stalled ox and hatred therewith. And like I said, a lot of jigs, they'll know a lot about herbs, but they won't actually take the time to actually purchase herbs. And if you do purchase them, sometimes you might be that Jake that's purchasing cabinet full of herbs and you ain't taking none of them, man. That's not even a good spirit to have. You have a cabinet full, but you don't have the discipline to actually feed yourself with these herbs to actually rebuild your body. These things are to be taken daily. That's why the Lord created herbs, medicines out of the earth, which I have this precept. Sirach 38:4. The Lord have created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. The word abhor means hate. So if you are a man of prudence, if you're a man of wisdom, then you're not going to disdain taking these herbs. You're going to actually take them, and you're going to actually enjoy taking them, because at the end result, and it may take time, but the end result is you're going to see results. If you're a brother that has high blood pressure, you could reduce that blood pressure taking the proper food. If you're a brother that has heart problems, you can restructure yourself. If you're a brother that has digestive problems, you have gout. If you have Alzheimer's, you have whatever have you. You have just problems on the whole. You have bone problems, from bone problems to just body problems on the whole. It's imperative to take these herbs that the Lord actually established on the earth in the beginning, all right, for man to actually partake in. So, that's all I actually have for you, Akim, just a motivator in the spirit for brothers to actually, get to it and